Hello, it's 3:27 p.m. So, dang, I hate that they have a perp over there with the loud, fake ass loud speakers and playing whatever fake music. It's okay for him to do busking, and it's considered a legitimate side hustle, and he can have a right to get paid or get donations or tips. But I'm not allowed that right with my writings and my. Look at this. She pull up right by me and is freaking filming me. Oh, she got her phone. See? Nobody's gonna call him a scammer or a fraud or say that his music is bad. But yeah, this lady pulls up right by me and on her phone. And a whole bunch of Satanists. They all make sure they turn on this street. So I can't even get any quiet time by myself. So being forced to, well, homelessness is a nightmare for anyone. But to be forced to have OCD and be forced homeless, that's even more of a traumatic nightmare. So I'm just trying to get me somewhere. Can't get anywhere quiet. So with it being like 3:29 p.m. So they got noise everywhere. So wow, noise campaign. So so look, I don't even do stuff like litter. But this is what she did. She left 2 alcoholic bottles here. I don't even leave stuff anywhere. So so just now, like I went to the like the one of the previous videos. The camera had come on, see, that's noise harassment. So they want to interrupt me on purpose while I'm trying to get the story out to try to tell what happened. So that's intentional noise harassment. And they're not even gonna turn off the fucking alarms. They're gonna sit there and leave the alarm to go flying off. So them interrupting me with noise, I guess that's their way to try to get me to shut up. So as I get to try to tell in detail what happened, they got that noise harassment. It's a whole noise campaign. So I was just a customer at this place, and thankfully, come on, man. Ridiculous. And see how one time I was downtown and they had like a somebody who deliberately left their alarm to go off, and the alarm was going off for like 2 or 3 hours. This was like back in 2019 on my first Psych World channel. So excuse me, that noise is not my fault. So I came over here so that I can well, those people are fools. I came over here so I can upload my videos faster. And, you know, my Wi-Fi is kind of running almost low. And I'm trying to ration or stretch the Wi-Fi. I hope y'all can hear me. And so, finally. So y'all, you idiot, you left the freaking alarm to go off for like 3 minutes. Probably 3 minutes and 33 seconds knowing them, being Masonic. So a guy was generous enough to pay for me, you know, while I had breakfast food for lunch to eat. So he was generous enough to pay for me to get me something to eat. And the lady that was with him, and it was a group of them, and the lady, she donated me a few dollars. I'm not going to say specifically because the online person will try to calculate how much I was donated and then say, well, Candy should have spent her money on this, or she was foolish for spending her money on that, or she, just like, butt out and mind your business, but they won't listen because they're getting paid. So when they had 5 minutes before the little cafe was gonna close, in 5 minutes, and the new girl who presents herself as the narcissistic weirdo with the black fingernail polish, the new girl who presents herself as the manager and lied and said she'd been working there when she didn't. She just started working there. And I mean, why lie and say you've been there or say you're the manager and you act like you got your nose turned up and arrogant and stuff? I was a customer there, and this bitch would not even let me use the bathroom. And of course, yeah, they're younger than me too. You know, she would not even let me use the bathroom. So luckily, I mean, even if they were 5 minutes, she would not give me the key. And she said, oh no, the bathroom is gonna stay locked for the rest of the evening. And I'm like, that's not even fair if y'all not closed yet. I mean, you got 5 more minutes. So she's like, she's very big on not letting me use the bathroom. You know, and I think she was a perp, and she wears black fingernails polish. So I think that she was a perp planted there, because everything she does and says is an anger trigger, me to want to, you know, provoking me to want to go off. You know, so she's one of those type of narcissistic assholes that everything she says is an anger trigger for me, or triggering and provoking, or trying to set me up to go off and lose my temper. So I started to go there more regularly, and they assigned and planted her. She ain't the if she ain't the manager of the cafe, but my manager, sent there to watch everything, to surveil and monitor me. You know, so if it was another customer would have come after me, I bet you she would let them use the freaking bathroom. You know, and so, wow. And so they had something else I needed to or wanted to say, but it slipped my mind. But so I definitely don't have enough money for breakfast tomorrow. And one thing, I don't know. I might need to get me, that was just a Tourette's tic that just happened. My, so, it just dawned on me, I might need me some, well, I don't have the money, to get me some insect repellent. Because it seemed like too many outdoor flies, gnats, and stuff always come and harass me. And even, where was I? I forgot where I was yesterday or the day before. Oh, I was at Publix the day before. And the big fly was harassing the shit out of me. When I was at the AJ's ice cream place, I was trying to use the spray and try to spray away the big flies that was harassing me at the AJ's place. And so that lady just wanted to pick trouble with me for an excuse to justify kicking me out and banning me and stuff like that. So, and I've been reading today more, I guess I do forget about that. I know, and I'm conscious of it, but sometimes I forget that the gang stalkers, their goal is to ruin and destroy every aspect of the target's life, and they force you into be broke, homeless, and everything like that, and try to brainwash you to want to give up on society, and they say to give up on your life and stuff. And so now I'm hearing people saying, beware of that 988 number, the crisis hotline number 988 that used to be 273 talk, because I heard that they're being more sinister to try to set you up and try to trap you and stuff, so but crisis hotlines have never been a friend to targeted individuals anyway. And I'm fighting what I could to try to stay strong and not cave in. And you only can hear stay strong. You can only hear that for so long. But I'm trying what I could to stay strong. And, when it seemed like most people want me punished and ruined and destroyed and everything, and people's hearts are cold, and they make me even feel like I got to question whether or not I'm really human. That they have regard for every other human being's life except Candy Grandpre's life, my life. And I even hate my first name and last name. I hate my name, and I hate myself, and I hate my family. So, but I guess they want to force me to hate myself. And the online perps will laugh at something like that. They just want me to feel just so worthless. And then on this app that I was using, they had this narcissistic perp named Brian. Yeah, that name Brian, who was a Catholic with one eye symbolism on his profile picture, and try to dictate that I need to go and edit my short story. Or that my short story ain't good enough. Or he just give like the writing emoji, like as if I need to edit my writing. I'm not editing shit. I'm not, it's like, what's the point? If you want to be a writer, is it better to have a story that promotes Satanism and wickedness with precise and, impeccable grammar and style and usage and everything? Or if you have a few grammar or spelling mistakes here and there, or punctuation mistakes here and there, and you write something that's encouraging or uplifting, or at least try to. But Star Bricker, she even tried to insult and mock and make fun of my short stories that have like a Christian moral to it. like towards the end of the story, somebody's doing something secular or ungodly, or if they might go through something that they feel hopeless, and then, they're led to Jesus Christ or salvation and stuff like that. I at least try, but according to her, the trials aren't good. And she acts like she thinks she's God to judge me. And she even said before, she told my twin sister, she said, Candy is irredeemable. Well, if I'm that irredeemable, then what's the point of me selling my soul or joining the gang stalking cult if y'all trying to get me to sell out or trying to get me to cave in and sell out? But I know Star Bricker is she trying hard, acting like she wants to so badly, wants to fantasize about me committing suicide. And she's upset that I'm still here and still alive and fighting to try to live. She's been pushing since October 2019. And look, see how the perps find me? And look at tinted windows. So, if I were to have not gotten wrongfully kicked out of the library today, because see, if you want to hold me responsible for so-called behavior, why not hold the man who was rude to me? Why don't you hold him accountable too? Or you ain't even gonna tell him nothing. Another red car. So I wanted to say that if that narcissistic perp security guard that's a bully named Michael Greenfield, what I was trying to say earlier that and the video cut me off, but I was trying to say for him to condemn me about certain language, I'm like, what if you might be a covert secret Freemason and pedophile, and you sitting there condemning me about bad language? If you participate in this organized gang stalking, what if you might be a secret murderer at night, but you sitting there worried about my freaking bad language? But nobody condemned that man at the cafe for the fact that he got rude with me, and the other time he got rude with me and was slamming stuff. And he was throwing tantrums and getting frustrated and acting just a total asshole, total jerk. So but it's like some people say that, oh, well, if you get banned from here or get kicked out of there, oh, that's God removing you for your protection, or God must have felt like it's not safe for you to be there, or that you deserve better, or he's going to put you in a better situation and stuff like that. That's what some people say, But it's like, even people always talking about God's grace and mercy, but they themselves run around with no grace and mercy. Like they think that their grudges is more powerful than God. Like when they want to hold a grudge against me, they act like it's more powerful than God's punishment and chastisement. But then they always run around talking about God's grace and mercy when they themselves don't even have any. So, before I go, see, the online perps falsely accused me of using my targeting as a gimmick to make money, when actually they are the ones who are getting paid to torture and ruin your life. Get paid to destroy you, and then they think it's funny, and they really think they're better than you, and it's like y'all are blatant Satanists and think you're more righteous. So today, if I wouldn't have got kicked out of the library, then that possibly could have been my opportunity. I could have been able to sleep or take a nap. But so that's prolonged and more sleep deprivation I gotta suffer through. So excuse me, I hate to bother y'all. Y'all have change to spare for food to eat? All right, thanks. See, sometimes it's only one person that will respond out the group, and then everybody else will ignore or say nothing. So You know, how is it a scam if all I was able to afford this morning was $3 for grits? That's all I had. But according to the online perps, I ain't suffering hard enough because they expecting me to be starving for a whole week. And they call me entitled, you know, for trying to get help. Because they want me to be punished with nothing. And they don't have the authority or the right to make that call. And you're the one who act like you think you're entitled. If you think you're entitled, look, a gang stalker. You think you're entitled to control my life and police my life and play God. Because y'all, I was just reading the website that was talking about how gang stalkers sell their soul and they get paid a whole lot of money. You know. So I'm going to go for now.